they could be drilling to our Earth's core right now and just planted something to blow us up.
Alright, video is recorded. We are a go. I know the audio is working because I checked. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Three Regular Guys. My name's Tyler. Welcome, Zach and Joseph. He is the crow with a knife. Don't fuck with him.
Yep.
This is Three Regular Guys podcast.
That's a knife?
That is a knife.
No one corrected me earlier when I said, why is a crow holding a cigarette?
You thought that was a cigarette?
I said that.
I didn't even know you were talking about his profile picture, honestly.
Or did I say a joint? I don't know, but...
You said cigarette, I think.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about the fucking... All right, should we just jump into it? I have no idea what's going on. So we've been talking a lot about the moon recently. There's been a lot of talk about the moon in the past couple years. Why have we not gone back to the moon? What's up with the moon? Why does no one care about the moon? What's up? Like, you know what I mean?
You know why no one cares about the moon?
Why do we not know anything about the moon? Like, last night, all three of us were sitting here going over the topics we should talk about. And we said, let's just talk about the moon. So we started researching weird shit about the moon, and we found out that the moon has moonquakes, like Earth, which is, when you think about it, you're like, oh, that kind of makes sense. But the reasoning behind these moonquakes are not the same as Earth's, Tyler. So do you want to tell us about what you discovered?
Yeah, I can pull this up on Google. So this is off of the NASA website, by the way. You can go look this up. We can link it down in the description if you need it.
I'm gonna put
doing that. You can just go use your little computer.
We might not do that, but we might.
There's 4 different reasons that a moonquake happens. One of them is they're just deep under the surface, about 700 kilometers below the surface, caused by tides.
From our tides, yeah.
Which is weird. Number 2 is there are vibrations from the impact of meteorites, which makes sense.
Makes sense.
Thermal quakes caused by the expansion of the frigid crust when first illuminated by the morning sun after 2 weeks of the deep freeze lunar night. So
don't know what that means.
So it's melting, like it's just melting it.
Oh, it's just melting it.
Yeah, like think about like during the winter, like when we get potholes because of all the ice like melting and expanding.
Yeah.
Cold. It's basically just that, but on the
well, then that's why it's shrinking then too. Yeah.
It is shrinking.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The moon is shrinking.
It's getting smaller and smaller.
The moon is getting smaller and smaller, but this
like
is
every day.
I just thought about this. You said that it's caused by asteroids hitting the moon. How many fucking asteroids has the moon saved us from?
Probably so many.
Bro, you can see
like how does that happen a lot? Like does it like is that,
oh, it happens all the time.
Are they like how big are they? What happens? Okay, this is the thing.
Some of them are pretty big, but some of them usually they're like pretty small, from what I know.
They have to be small because the moon's way smaller than the Earth. Like if it gets hit by something big, it's gonna blow up. Oh, speaking of blowing up the moon, we don't understand. Okay, so there's this thing.
There are 100 ping pong ball sized meteorites that hit the moon per day.
Oh, that's nuts. Imagine you're on the moon and you get fucking hit by one of them.
Yeah, you're dead. Or like you're getting knocked out.
That's a thing that did they know that back when they went? That maybe that's why we don't go to the moon.
Yeah, because there's like 100 per day.
And welcome, Peyton.
Welcome, Peyton.
Hello.
Out of nowhere.
Hey, Peyton. We're in the middle of doing this podcast. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, so
We're talking about the moon. Peyton, did you know that the moon has moonquakes?
dude, you want to talk about them fake moon landings?
No, we're
That's what I mentioned last time.
Oh,
Peyton.
Okay, hold on.
Actually, Peyton, I want to tell you about this theory that I was just about to get into. So there's this thing that goes around that's been like going around recently. The moon, when the moon gets hit by something, it sounds like a bell or like a gong. So
like
it makes
a ringing,
like a bell noise, right? So that means like a bell's hollow. When you get that type of noise, it like means it's hollow. So there is this theory that the moon was put right next to the Earth by aliens. Just watch us because we only see one side of the moon the whole time, and it goes around the Earth and it sees the whole Earth in 24 hours.
See what I think? Definitely
Ooh,
not.
That's facts, though. It does.
It does.
Yeah,
It's just
like,
an
it
observatory,
does circle
just
it.
staring at us. Fuck.
No, but
But I feel-
do you
but
think
I
there's
feel like
any
put that there.
reasoning to that actual like? You think that's actually like a thing?
I think the only reason that like sits towards that is like because it's hollow.
It's hollow.
If it's hollow,
The one side we only see one side. We've never seen the dark side of the moon.
true, because there's only one
We've
side facing
never,
us the whole
ever.
time.
Yeah,
The only time you can see the dark side of the moon is if you go past the moon,
Past the
or
moon,
if you
look
are
at.
on the moon and you walk over to it.
Yeah.
So I mean,
So
there's
we don't know
definitely
what the
pictures.
fuck's
There's
on that
probably
side.
pictures of the dark. I mean, we probably do. We have to know. At least somebody knows.
Imagine like the backside is just open.
That'd be crazy.
It's just like an open fucking crater.
But isn't that such a crazy like theory? I thought that was just such an interesting theory that people just piece that like, oh, it sounds like a bell. It's definitely fucking aliens watching us.
Yeah.
I just think it's so crazy. The moon is crazy in itself. Just the moon, man. Hey, Payne,
Especially how it gets. Especially it hits by 100 ping pong balls per day.
100. It gets hit. Yeah.
It said it's
nuts.
up to 33,000 meteorites per year.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's a
Holy-
lot. And they range in sizes too, mostly.
Payne, do you think aliens have to have anything to do with the moon?
I'm not sure. I'm sure if there was aliens, they'd be using the moon. That's for sure.
Because it's like the closest thing to
They would
us.
be. I think they would be using the moon too. If there was aliens and they were watching us, they're doing something with the moon.
100%.
I feel like it's crazy that all the planets in our solar system fit between us and the moon.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You could put every planet in between us and the moon,
And it fits. Yeah.
like just squeeze together and shit.
Yeah, it's like the whole
That's
distance.
Dude, space is crazy to me. Like aliens are crazy. Aliens are nuts. Payne, do you think there's aliens?
Yes.
Okay, this is something I just thought about. I've been thinking about. You know, like the evolution theory about how like humans evolved.
Right.
Do you think that if there are aliens, do you think every alien follows that theory, or do you think one alien was just right out the gate, just a top-notch civilization, like they knew how to harness their star? Do you think that's possible, or do you think everything has to evolve?
I mean, I think it's possible, but I think it's way more likely for shit to evolve.
Yeah, I think that's
That's what I was thinking too.
but if there was
I think-
something that didn't evolve, do you think that they would hold the power over everything? Because if you don't have to evolve, you're already the fucking best that you could be. Do you think
You're already the best that you can be. Just do whatever. The most
think-
intelligent that you are.
Bro, but
I don't know. I don't think that would happen.
Here's the thing you'd have to think about though. What circumstances in that life form solar system or galaxy allowed them to like that the process in life starting, what made them top tier, like top dog?
they were just born with the best
You have to-
brain?
You have to think of the like not even just that, but you have to think of the type of elements that are like on their planet.
I feel like it wouldn't be a species that we even like think about species. It would be
I
like
think
something
if
out
there's
of this
something like
world.
that, it would not be what we like consider life right
I don't
now.
think it'd be carbon based. I think
I don't think
It would be
carbon-based.
it wouldn't.
That would be like a silicon based life form right there.
And we can't even get into anything outside of carbon based. I can't even picture anything in my head that's like not carbon based that's alive.
I had seen
Anything carbon based has to evolve. I feel like, but anything past that is something else.
Dude, nah, you're capping. Other things would evolve too. So you're thinking like, how would a creature
Well-
just like emerge already the best?
Well, okay, if there are
That's what we're
aliens,
talking
without
about.
having to
That's what we're
compete.
trying to figure.
That's what we're trying to.
that's the question.
Like for us on Earth, like everything is like carbon,
Yeah.
oxygen, all of our elements. So like
Yeah, like, that's what we know
there'd
of.
be something like on their planet, in their galaxy, in their solar system that would like
Make them just top tier, way better.
That we don't know of, like some type of element.
What happens if there is an element out there that just like you take it, it just makes you peak whatever, like the best you can be. You can sprint as fast as your body allows you to. You can you're like as smart as your brain can like
oxygen.
be. No, it's not. I'm saying like you can go. There's a plant somewhere in this universe. If you eat it, it does that shit. Like what happens if there's a drug out
eat it?
there? It's a drug like our drug like instead of weed, it's like some type of purple plant. You be smoking that shit, and then you just come out the best possible version of yourself.
Ayahuasca.
Mm.
Like ayahuasca, some shit. Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Oh,
You'd just be thinking you're the best, but in reality, you'd just be
like
Yeah,
just
no,
unlock shit that you've never like. DMT times like a billion, like that. Like you know how DMT, like people think like you can see into like other like dimensions or realms or some shit.
Yeah, facts.
It's like something like that, but it just completely unlocks like everything. It like you go from type
I really
one
want to try
civilization to
that.
top five, like type 5. Do you think there's something like that that exists out somewhere in the universe? I mean, there has to be. If the universe
Something
is
like
infinite,
just something you just smoke and it just makes you like
anything you eat it, you fucking breathe it.
alright.
Like any type of
Shit,
like
I don't
just.
know.
I think if the universe is actually infinite, like how we think it is right now, or like I think that has to be a thing. If it's
It'd
infinite,
probably be like some like alien like nanotechnology that was made. They'd like eat and it'd like
do you think it
And
has to
like
be infinite? Or
feeds you.
molecules.
do
I
you
feel
think it
like it
could just
would have.
be
I don't know.
like
It could just,
natural?
I mean, it could be natural.
They could make something as natural as it could be to
I mean, that
infect
kind of would be a
things.
good strategy. If you're like a virus and you infected your host, and then you made that host into like a super being, and you got to just
And then
like
you can
survive in
control
that
it.
host. Yeah, like or even like
Not even
you
survive,
just
just
let the host
live in
just
it.
survive, like
Just
because
live
you're
in
the
it,
beast
yeah.
now.
Oh,
And you
but
just
then
get
the
to live in
virus
it.
is just that's a smart thing for a virus to do because then the virus could
That's a
actively
genius
live
thing.
while the host is being actively alive, like super
Not
alive.
active, not just actively alive. The best it could possibly be. So it's like
Yeah, so it
the
stays
risk
alive the
of it.
longest.
Yeah, the risk of that virus being in that. Let's just say it goes into some fucking person with paralyzed legs and's a fucking dumbass. All right,
And
that
then it
virus
makes
goes
him
in there,
super
and that
smart and
that
walk
motherfucker
again.
fixes his legs and makes it not a dumbass. My camera's glitching, dude.
Exactly.
Still, but
Like
like you
I'd
know what I mean.
survive, bro. Yeah, I need like be able to infect other people or
So if everything
have
does
kids
evolve,
with
do
the
you think?
virus in them or two or
Yeah,
something.
exactly. Do you think? So do you think viruses will evolve to like that type of shit?
I mean, they could. Yeah, definitely. Like somewhere else in the universe, like with different fucking chemistry.
How would
I
you
feel like
view it
definitely
though?
not here, though. Definitely somewhere else.
How would you let if
I
there was a
mean,
virus out there and it did
dude,
that to you and it was like living? Would you let it infect you so you can just become the best you can be, or would it that just gross you out too much? Like, oh, there's like a fucking virus.
shit.
Like
Fuck, I
how
don't
like
know.
what would you do? Would you want to
Depends on
remove the
how like
virus?
deep the changes are, because like we're
It just
talking like
makes you
the
the best.
best being possible, bro. Like
It
that
just
could be
makes you the best.
crazy.
Yeah,
That might
exactly.
make you into like an AI, like you have no fucking emotions or anything. Like,
You're
That's
basically the best
true.
version of yourself.
dude, but like thinking about this, like that virus, that's kind of already happened. Like you know how like our mitochondria is like way back in time, were just like another bacteria that are like a cell ate, and it just
Mhm.
used that bacteria to like produce energy instead of digesting it. Like that's kind of already happened, like in our own evolution. Like there's a
Yeah.
virus that like helped turn a cell into like better than all the other cells.
Speaking about a virus, perfect segue. Payne, do you think religion is holding back the human race?
Religion? Nah,
You don't think religion's holding back the human race?
no. I think religion helped the human race get to where we're at.
But do you think it's holding it back now?
No,
Do you think it's helping
our
the human
brains are
race?
like wired for religion, and like the people who don't follow religion will just fall into like some other kind of cult type
So you think
behavior.
there's just like always like even though it's not classified as religion, you think
Yeah,
everybody has like their like belief basically?
exactly.
I think what just makes religion look bad is just extremists. And
I think
like
extremely,
It's the
yeah.
extremists that ruined it.
it's in every form, whether that's Muslim, whether that's Christianity. Like you could get
Catholics.
anything. Like yeah, bro. Like there's
Catholics are
there's
go
extremists
really
in
nuts.
anything, dude. They will make anything that a lot of good people believe in just look bad, and that's what turns
Yo,
away other people.
Exactly.
what do Jews believe in?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I was trying to think about this. Like, do they have like some
They have a
god
god,
they
right?
pray to?
They have a god. I think one of the
It's Jesus, isn't it?
I haven't no. I haven't really looked into what are the main differences.
I'm about to
I
look
guess
it up.
this is like the main difference that I know.
I'm pretty sure it's
So
Jesus. It's like God.
they don't look as Jesus as a god or as the second coming. They look as Jesus as a disciple.
Yeah.
Not,
But they still
not
it's
as
basically the
God.
same thing as us, but like not as us, but like Christianity, like Catholic. It's all the same thing, just different points of view.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, guys, it's Bree just simplified it. They believe in God. They just don't believe in Jesus.
Yeah, Like Jesus is a disciple to
Well, that's
Oh.
because they killed him.
Oh,
Yeah.
so they believe
That's why they
Jesus
killed him.
existed, but they don't believe Jesus was the Son of God.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
They believed he was a false prophet.
Maybe he was like speaking to God, but he had the wrong idea that he was the Son or some shit.
Yeah.
Just took a lot of mushrooms and thought he talked to God.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, okay, that's another
He's some
theory
shroom
actually.
plug in the day.
Oh yeah, let's
Yeah,
actually
they
get into
took
that.
us to
There's a
acid
theory
trip, like,
that
shroom trip.
we were
Yo,
apes
it's totally big.
and we ate shrooms. Like we were just apes and we were like, let's
Yeah,
eat
the
this
stone
mushroom,
ape thing.
and that's what made us start
Think
popping
about
off.
that shit. Yeah.
Do you think that's true? Because I feel like that can
Yeah, I believe
100%
that.
be true to me.
I believe
If
that's
that's
true.
how it
Crazy
happened, I would not be
fact.
shocked.
I feel like mushrooms weren't a key factor into what aided our evolution, but I feel like it definitely helped because there's a lot of research and studies out there now that say it helps with anxiety and depression. I don't really see, or I guess like it does help with like neurological pathways, but I don't really see like how that could completely change like the size of our brains and like just make us.
I don't think it
more-
changed, but it can open your eyes.
It can. It can.
Yeah, it
Imagine
can
you're just
open
an
you
ape
some
and
new
you eat
stuff.
something, bro, and all of a sudden
You change your whole
subtitles popping up
perspective
in
on
your mind.
something. No,
You're
you
an
change
ape.
like your whole perspective on
Yeah,
something.
You have-
Like,
subtitles pop
dude,
up
some
in your
people,
mind.
You
some
have a
people like
thumb.
take it.
Use
Some
it,
people take that
dumbass.
shit and they just like change their whole perspective on everything that they ever believed in their whole life.
Yeah, but I'm thinking, okay, but like apes, dude, you gotta think like apes are simple, bro. Like imagine they saw some shit and it's like, holy fuck, that's how you make fire. Like they started like throwing shit and that's like some sparked, and their head was like, whoa, that was kind of cool. Let's keep making shit spark. Peace, fire, dude. Fire is so important to the human evolution. If we didn't invent fire, we would all be dead.
That's true. We never would have survived any ice age.
We like we
Well,
want
I
to survive a
guess,
fucking cold night.
dude, no.
We almost got wiped out by ice ages, right?
The only way you would have survived an ice age with no fire is literally like killing an animal and like sleeping.
Crawling inside that bitch.
carcass. Yeah.
Every night.
Like Star Wars type shit.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking about Star Wars, Pin, you know, like the type we were talking about it a little bit earlier. You know the type like type 1, type 2. Yeah.
Civilization.
The like Kardashev theory.
Do you know what stage we're at right now?
Like, I don't know, it was like 0.7.
It's 0.7. Dude, that's crazy. It's 0.78, I'm pretty sure. That's what
Nice.
I don't know how. Don't come for me because I don't know how they fucking determine that. That could just be a guess from like a scientist or something. But they say it's 0.78, and like they say it's like another 100 years before we actually hit type 1.
Yeah. Like, it's like an exponential scale. So, like, that extra 0.25 is still going to be,
Mhm.
like, another fucking huge amount.
Oh yeah, no. They said like civilization like type 2, we won't be there until like 10,000. Type 3 is like 100,000,
Yeah.
which is
That's
small.
if
If you think about it,
everything
that's
keeps
small.
on track, though. That's
That's
if
not
everything keeps on track.
a large
though.
amount of time. And like
No,
the
it's
whole
not.
the whole timeline of the universe, that's a small fraction of the time.
That is a small fraction.
Like, even though
Yeah, it
the
is
jumps
really
of
small.
energy are exponential, it's like we're, like, the amount of time is exponentially getting smaller in between the jumps.
Mhm.
Like, comparatively to the amount of energy we're getting. Like,
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah,
like, fucking took, like, hundreds of thousands of years to go from fire to, like, steam power, but then it's gonna take, like,
Now look at-
10,000 to go from, like, fucking planetary to star energy.
exactly.
Like, that's crazy.
It just advances faster and faster and faster.
Here's just a side question: are you guys happy with the time period you were born in, or do you wish you were born in the future or the
Yes.
past?
Not the future, because you don't know what's going on over there.
That's true.
Because it could be some fuck shit.
And we don't even know about now. Like, you can still be on a fucked
Yeah.
up timeline.
Yeah,
exactly.
Be on a fucked up timeline right now. That's true.
Maybe
we were
1990. 1990 would be fun. I feel like.
I think we were born at the perfect time.
It was a good time too.
For
I
our
disagree.
No, I'll argue this. For our childhood, I think we were born at the perfect time because
Childhood was great.
We were born at the
Start of
best
the internet?
transition where we still had toys, we were still outside playing, and we also had the transition.
We had video games.
Video
Yep.
games, social media. Like, it was a perfect transition. Because now
Playing-
when you look at it, bro, I don't see any kids outside riding their bikes, fucking
Nope.
with their neighbors. They're all inside.
They're all inside.
playing
But do you
Fortnite.
think that held back our generation? If you think, like, if you think
I
about
don't
it,
think we were held
It didn't
back. I
hold
think
back
the
ours.
generation after us were held back.
definitely.
So I feel
Yeah,
like we were.
Because I still like we were kind of still like we were like a hybrid.
Because like
we're happy.
around like when we were like 7 years old, we were still just going out there,
We
going
were
outside,
iPad
playing.
kids.
Bro,
we were
I
iPad
was- I
kids.
was
We were playing
playing-
football.
I was playing with Legos
Like,
in like
yeah.
Transformers
Yeah, I was playing
in, like,
Legos.
6th grade, like 7th grade even. Like
In 6th grade, got an Xbox and started playing on that for a little bit.
Started playing Minecraft, bro.
Yeah, like Minecraft in the golden ages where it had no hunger bar. Like, man, that was the best shit.
That was a good time. I
I think that was a
Oh.
fantastic time.
childhood was very underrated. We're gonna look back and think.
I'll be right back.
I'd low key like to be a fucking boomer though.
Born right out like during the Cold War. Why?
Dude, I was just thinking, like, dude, I don't know, like, the way my great grandpa when he talked, no, my great grandpa, it's just my grandpa. He was like born in like fucking 1943 or something. I don't know. No, it couldn't be that long ago. 1953, I think.
For who? Your grandpa or your great grandpa?
Yeah, my grandpa.
Yeah,
Dude,
probably
he's
the
just talking
50s.
like, bro, like there was so much freedom, bro. Like he did crazy shit. Like he worked for some zoo guy. He like fed tigers and shit. Like like the Maple Street Bridge. There's those tunnel, like those pipes under it. He like fucking used to climb across those and over the Spokane River and shit. Like, bro, he did crazy shit.
But that kind of sounds primal.
I would have loved to live the
Dude.
1990 time, like born 1990 and gone through that.
But then, like, dude, he got to be a fucking like a 20-year-old in this like when there was like all the hippie shit going on. Like, it was crazy, bro.
Yeah, but that time period, the
I feel
hippie
like
shit,
it's
that like you like the hippies, dude. You got to think about that time period. That's like Vietnam. That was not a good time period.
Dude, as long as you didn't get drafted.
Dude, I feel
Yeah,
like,
bro.
That was a scary time for
There was a
people.
lot of
though.
bullshit going on
now,
too.
though, we're in our 20s, and I feel like there's kind of a small revival of like hippie type stuff because marijuana is huge right now. Psychedelics are becoming bigger, and the whole
Psychedelics are about to be
whole
legal
aspect of,
everywhere,
like,
so they're
love
trying to do
yourself,
that.
love each other, like that's all coming back. Like,
Dude, but it's like fucked now. I feel like
It's not the
worse
same.
now.
Yeah, well, everything's kind of gone blended. Like we don't have like a full on hippie movement because it's been mixed with other things, and I bet social media and the internet has had a toll on it as well. So
The internet
Yeah,
has the
like-
biggest impact. I think the internet's gonna, dude. The internet has like what has a bigger impact on human history than the internet?
Internet's the hugest thing ever.
Dude,
feel like-
that's why like we were born at the time where we saw the internet like in its like
Rise up,
in its early stages.
like
Which is
YouTube
not-
early
that's
prime,
like-
you know.
When if okay, let's just say the human history just keeps going, bro. You know how crazy it is that we were born at this time period to see the internet in its early stages. The internet's always going to be a thing, no matter what. It's just going to evolve too. The internet's going to evolve with us from now on.
We basically
We're
seen
not
the
getting
first
rid of the
memes.
internet.
We've seen the first memes ever, basically.
Yeah,
Like the time period we were like,
Dude, or the
born in was
internet.
nuts.
the internet could be the end of society too.
Like we're literally living in a legendary point of time where we saw the first memes ever.
Not even the memes, dude. Like nothing.
Yeah, like, no, I'm
low-key,
saying-
looking at back in history though, memes were like a small fucking thing.
Yeah, and then they came really big and big.
Do you know that's actually a great point? Do you think there's
I guess
something
memes
small
are
right
really
now
big
that
thing.
can be massive in the future?
What do you mean, sorry? What do you say?
If there's,
Hopefully it
if
might
there,
be beat.
you know, like how Payne just said that memes are a small thing because memes were like there's always been some type of memes in human history. Like if you like, look
Yeah,
at-
but like I'm talking like just mainstream.
yeah,
'cause,
but
like,
now it's
internet.
big. Do you think there's
Yeah.
something small, super small right now, like a meme, like 200 years ago, that will pop off and just become part of like mainstream like life? Everybody knows it.
Hmm.
200 years ago, 1800s.
No, I'm not even like I'm just like right now. Do you think there's something small
Oh.
right now that would pop? Like there could be like something like that can just pop off. And we're
Ukraine
like,
and
what the
Russia?
hell? No.
Not like an item, like
Yeah.
Okay, no, yeah, I don't know.
I feel like, I mean,
Maybe.
I pay a lot of attention to like technological innovations, but I feel like I don't really see much of anything that's like new or cool. I just see revamps and oh god, what are they called? Just
Remasters,
like off brands. I just see off brands and remasters. Yeah. So.
just everyone copying each other and doing like what everything's doing.
Well, no.
Yeah.
I feel like technology wise, like you know, you have to make something like you take an idea and then you make it better. And I feel like that has slowed down. And I don't know. Like I feel like there's not a lot of scientists out there. Like during the Cold War, at least here in the U.S., there was like a big push for college. Like go learn, like become a physicist, go do this, go do that. I feel like there's not really a push for that anymore. There's not really a lot of push for scientists. It's more of a push for workers. So
Yeah, I see that.
Also,
I don't really see like people pushing to get
I think there is
scientists.
I think there is a massive push for college. It's just like I think everybody's realized that like college is definitely not for everybody, and college is not the only way you can succeed in life.
Yeah.
Like I'm in
Well,
college, but I'm just in
it's been
college.
proven
for
multiple times that you don't have to do that to
You
succeed.
don't have to be in college. I think people understand that now. I feel
Don't
like
have to
back
get
then
thousands and thousands of dollars in debt.
I feel like back then there was a lot more structure to people's lives than there are now.
you know what it is? So there used to be a lot of technological innovation. Right now we're in business innovation. That's the time period that we're in right now.
Wait, how far back are we talking? I feel like when college was being pushed more.
Like
I feel like college is
during
being
the Cold
pushed
War,
at its
like
peak right now.
between like 50s and like the 90s. I feel like. You think it's being pushed at its peak right now?
Yeah, I think it's peaked out, and it's about to, or like maybe a couple years ago it peaked.
I would say it
Like
peaked.
5 years ago.
It's already peaked.
I think it's already peaked for sure.
Because I mean, they are pushing college still, but I feel like less people.
I feel like they're always gonna push college, but
they're
they're
always
not.
gonna push college.
I
Like-
mean, I'm not gonna go back into like some 50-year-old newspaper and try and read about college, but with like internet and social media now, it's a lot easier to see what's being pushed, and especially now that we're older and like understand that, like it probably could have been pushed the exact same amount when we were 5. We just wouldn't know because there.
If we're actually talking about it being pushed, it's definitely pushed more now just because of the internet, just based off of
Yeah, because you see it more. It's only because you see it more. But
I
it was.
think people back then held college way higher than we hold it now. Like people back then, like if you go to college, your life's
That's
set.
true. But I feel like the
Yeah, if you went
percentage
to
of people
college
that are
back
going
then-
to college is way higher right now.
Yeah,
Like,
But that's just because there's more people. There's like the internet. I'm doing it. Like you can do online.
there's more choices
you can do
too.
school from your bedroom.
Yeah, there's more choices too. Online school really takes off. With
But I
people.
think
Also
back
became
then
more
they
expensive,
they
too.
valued college more than our generation values it.
Yeah, they valued it a lot. Because if you went to college, like you were like seen as the
You were
the kid.
successful. You just
But,
went
like,
to
that's the
college. You
thing,
didn't have
like,
a
now it
job.
just
You're still
becomes the-
successful.
It's just became like expected to go to college now.
Mhm.
Like in our culture, like we just grown up with that. I feel like it's just getting pushed hella hard now. Like it's just been so ingrained now.
engraved in everyone's head.
Like bro, if someone gets rich, like the first thing they'll do, like the honorable thing to do is like, oh, I'm putting my grandkids through college or some shit. Like they'll say some shit like that. Like that's just became like just the thing to do.
It's just a
Go
money
to
grab.
college.
You'll see successful people, like athletes and stuff, or like anybody, actors. They'll go talk at a college that they never even went to. They'll go give it like a speech at a college they never even went to. They probably didn't even go to college. You know what I mean?
No, they didn't.
Like, why are you giving a speech?
Like a lot of these professional athletes are 1-year students. So like a lot of them will go back and finish their education later on. But like you never.
They just get pulled out the first year and like, all right.
Through school so they can get exposure to go to the pros. They're not going
Yeah.
to school because it's fucking school. Like
They're trying to get They're trying to make that money.
Everything is just a money grab.
Yeah, everyone goes to college to make more money anyway.
Speaking of money
Mhm.
grab,
If they said you're gonna make the same amount of money even after going to college, no one would go. Everyone wants to get the
unless
big
you had,
bucks,
well, I don't
salaries.
think it's all just about that. Like you have to go to college to get some type of job, even if the money's not good. Like look at teachers; they don't.
True.
Teachers like, but you have to go to college. Like you have to like go to what the dude.
I mean, a teacher's like, that's still pretty good.
I mean, yeah, but you know what I mean. Like you still have to, like you have to like even like people will still end up going to college no matter what if they want to do what they want to do. Like you have to go to college to like do a lot of shit. Like you can't just know how to be a marine biologist, you know?
And then just jump right into it.
no, and that's the thing.
There's so much bloat though that they teach.
That's the thing that sucks too, is because with the internet, like all of the world's information is right in front of your fingertips. You can go out and like pick a topic and learn every single fucking thing about.
That's
it,
another thing.
whether it's true or not. But if you don't have a college degree, good luck getting that job. Like,
True.
That's true, bro.
Just online, doing your own studies.
You think?
But if you show up without a degree, they're gonna be like, "Well, you're not qualified."
Yeah, that's kind of dumb. Colleges
Well, I
have like
think-
a monopoly on fucking what's that called?
Just
Merit.
dude. Like if you just think about it though, if you have somebody that like learned under like a professor, and this professor has a Nobel Prize, or you have somebody that went on the like, you know what I mean? Like they're gonna pick the college student over the person that went on the internet and learned on the internet.
Yeah.
It's just two different type of like that makes sense to me. Like if you like, unless it's like some journeyman that like has experience like actually doing stuff. But like if you like, I would pick a college student over somebody that just
It's
looked
because
up
they
on
went
stuff.
into the effort of actually doing all
Not
the
just
work.
that, well, I mean, it's not that like it's not the effort piece. The person that's looking stuff up on the internet's putting in effort too. Like
Yeah,
they're
what if
going
you
with
could
it.
like, what if there's a
Yeah,
way to
but-
prove that they're like
This.
the exact
I mean,
same?
You
Yeah,
have them do a
Yeah.
test then.
Yeah, what
Yeah,
if they like
test.
the exact same test scores, or you still pick
but
the
that
college
test,
student?
like that's just the thing though. Then with that test, they would probably make it just cater to the college kid.
That's facts.
They
Because
usually choose the
if you make
college kid.
two people take a test, one of them's college educated, and the other one is just self-taught, educated, just looking up stuff, like researching stuff. And the kid that researches stuff and didn't spend a dime, just research stuff, just spent his time researching stuff, dude, they're not gonna want that. Because if you have a college student getting shown up on like by a kid that didn't spend money, didn't give their money to them, bro, they're not gonna allow that.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
that's
don't
not
want
bad.
It would
Speaking
look
of
bad on them.
allowing it, Peyton, we were just talking a little bit earlier. So I went to Yellowstone, right? And we were talking about a super volcano. Now
Mhm.
we were talking like I don't like personally, I don't think if the government knew the super volcano was gonna blow up next week, I don't think they would tell us. I think they would just let it blow up. Would you, but in your
Yeah.
personal opinion, would you want to be told? Because there's nothing we can do about it. Would you want to be told, or would you want to just like live your like peaceful life the last week? Or would you want like complete anarchy and like what would you want? Would you want to know that you're gonna die and there's nothing you can do about it?
Yeah, I think I'd rather not know. Just
That's
have
what
the
I was-
last peaceful couple weeks.
It'd just be
you
purge.
know?
It'd just be purge week. You know,
'Cause the
people would
same
just be
shit's
raping
gonna-
and killing each other.
Yeah, exactly. The same shit's gonna go down. Like the raping and killing is gonna happen after the fucking shit explodes anyway. We might as
Yeah.
well have,
Well, I
like, a
mean, when the
peaceful
shit's
grace
exploding,
period.
people are gonna die within minutes.
Yeah, but not everybody's gonna die.
Plus, we
From it.
might have a better chance
Yeah,
of
I know.
surviving. You know, if like if society's still functioning normally when it explodes, you know, like it'd suck if there's
Yeah.
anarchy for like 2 weeks and then a fucking volcano explodes. Like it'd be way harder for society.
Way
to
harder.
come
Way
back
harder to
from that than
survive.
just a,
Yeah, because everyone would
Yeah.
be people across the country would be looking at it and be like, "What the fuck?"
yeah, bro. Fuck. We'd be
And
chilling
also,
here, I think.
if you warn people like, hey, by the way, this super volcano is gonna like explode, people are gonna like the airports will be packed. Like it would just
People
kill
try to
more
visit.
people.
Yeah, bro. Shit.
I cannot imagine.
Airports would just get crazy. People would probably kill each other at the
Dude,
airport.
There
there'd be
was
such
a-
a mass freaking like everyone would
Everybody
be
would
trying
do
to
it.
leave the U.S. probably.
It'd be chaotic.
All the boat
Not
like
just the
areas
US,
would be
North-
stacked.
Canada, Mexico, that would all be like, especially Canada, would be.
Yeah, people would be going all the way up to Canada's border,
Dude,
trying to
like,
get in there.
Canada like depends on exports though. Like it's hard to farm in Canada like up north.
Imagine if, because when I went to Yellowstone, there was a shit ton of foreigners. There's like every type of foreigner ever. Imagine you just go on a little family vacation to a super volcano, which, like, right, all right, dude, just go to New York City. You're gonna come to America and like go to Yellowstone. That's kind of, but imagine you're just a foreigner, bro, and then boom, the time
You
that
just
you go
die.
and visit, bro, it blows up.
I mean, if you're at Yellowstone right when it blows up, you're dead within.
That'd be
seconds.
cool. If Yellowstone was gonna blow up and I was gonna die, I would rather see it.
Oh, I'd rather
I'd
be
rather
right there.
be there.
Yeah, I'd rather
I'm way
be
more
right looking.
scared
At,
of a tsunami than Yellowstone though.
yes,
A
yes.
tsunami, dude.
Those
Okay, I
are
was
so much
thinking
more common than
Yellowstone.
that shit blowing up.
If Yellowstone did blow up and it did not kill us, bro, this like that would cause an earthquake. Like the Sandra, like California's going into the water. We're gonna have this like tsunamis. Like that would like just,
I'd be fucked.
because it's not just blowing up. It's not just lava, dude. It's literally blowing like hundreds of miles of the earth like out of like just out. Like because it's like I'm pretty sure how it
Mhm.
does it is like there's so much pressure building up and I like under like in the chamber, bro. It just blows everything up.
It propels out like it's
Dude,
just.
it is
Dude,
so
we'd
powerful.
hear it. I guarantee we'd
We
hear
Oh,
would
it.
hear
you'd
it.
hear it. Oh, you'd hear it. Yeah.
You'd
No,
feel
It'd
we-
be so
You'd
crazy.
feel it. That's a chunk
You'd
of
feel
earth
it and
blowing
hear
up.
it.
We'd probably look up and like see it.
Dude, it's like the last
It would
time
cover
they
the skies.
estimated, bro, that like Mount St. Helens, it's 100 times bigger than like Mount St. Helens.
Yeah.
The explosion, like not even 100, like 500 times.
Yeah, we'd hear that. Cause what was like that? Was like that Krakatoa explosion, like way back in medieval times or some shit. Like
Oh,
people heard that from
Pompeii?
like in Europe.
Oh.
Yeah, there's Pompeii,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
there was like another one called Krakatoa, which was like way deep somewhere. Wait, no, Pompeii was Krakatoa, wasn't it?
I think that
Krakatoa
was-
wasn't the Pompeii. Dude, but there was another volcano that was like far off, way like deep, and like people heard in Europe like halfway around the world.
Would you pose like if you like you know how
And
in
that shit was
Pompeii they
probably
found
smaller
those
than
people?
Peyton, it's the 1883 eruption of Krakatoa.
1883. That was kind of
okay.
recent.
Yeah, that's not Pompeii. Pompeii was ancient.
Yeah, Pompeii
Yeah,
was like
Pompeii.
new. Would you
That shit was
pose?
still probably heard across
Damn,
the
it killed
world.
36,000 people. The Krakatoa one did.
Jeez, where was that
Where's that?
at?
Where's that at? Yeah, is that like an Asia?
Oh, let me look. Let me.
Seriously.
I swear it was like, I thought
Was
it
it
was
an
like
island?
fucking South America, bro. I don't think I misremembered.
South America? God, that would suck.
It's in the Sunday Strait, Indonesia.
Oh, okay.
Oh, between Indonesia's Java and Sumatra Islands.
Did you guys know that when the asteroid that hit Earth and like wiped out the dinosaurs, when it hit Earth, it like set off all the volcanoes at once?
Yeah, bro. That
must have been
happened. What
fucked
the
up.
fuck?
Could you
Imagine being a T-Rex. You're just like, what the?
First of all, you just got hit by a massive asteroid. You see this thing, and all of a sudden, the Earth is just covered in ash.
And then lava starts spewing out everywhere.
Yeah, that'd suck.
That's an
I wonder if
apocalypse.
like the shockwave would hit you first, or like a volcano would explode next to you first. If you're like on the other side of the world.
I think the
from
shockwave would hit you first, and then
I think the
volcanoes
shockwave
start.
would hit, and then the volcano would.
I wonder if the ground erupted like lava too, like it just started completely breaking.
Just pouring out lava from the ground.
Yeah,
Probably
like, not even the volcano spots.
Have you guys
just the
seen?
crust.
There's like you can still see like the dent that the asteroid left. It's like
It's
in the
Mexico. Isn't it?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a top of Brazil. I think it hit the water.
Mhm.
There's a couple of them that are huge.
Bro,
That we know of.
Have you guys seen the Netflix movie Don't Look Up?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mhm.
that like, bro, that I feel like that's what ties into this whole Yellowstone thing, where like the government's like not saying shit, and it's just like, bro, like you really have to look at it that way. Like you can't cause mass panic like that. Because imagine, bro, if you just looked up and seen a meteorite like that size heading right for Earth.
Also, telling the general public about something like that, what are they gonna do? They're not gonna stop the asteroid.
Here's the thing, though, like telling the general public, bro, that's what's kind of fucked now is like, unless you're like an astronomer, like looking up, like a lot of people are just looking down at their phones. Like a lot of people could literally miss shit like that.
Look at the general
bro.
chat.
That
That's
was
what
censored.
that's what the crater looked like.
Dude, because if they know there's a mass extinction event about to happen, they're not gonna tell us. Like they could know, like they could have like some type of estimate. They could see an asteroid coming at Earth right now, like just like and look up, and they're just not telling us.
I think it's more likely that those people would be planning the mass extinction event than hiding one.
They would definitely hide it though. Like,
When
if there
asteroid
was-
was coming
they
like
hide it
that,
either way.
the whole world would be fucked. The whole world would go in anarchy if they told it.
I think either way, if it's man-made or not, we would not know about the mass extinction until it was happening. No matter what it is,
That'd be fucking nuts.
which is crazy, dude. Because nature is nuts.
Nature could kill all of us.
Like the
And
big
it's-
I'm trying to
animals
get
in
a
the ocean.
Yellowstone, bro. What the hell?
Payne, have you seen like the giant squid? Do you know they get up to like 60 feet?
Dude, yeah, the colossal squid, bro.
Yeah. And
Dude, I was just talking about this yesterday, dude. How fucking crazy sperm whales' lives are eating colossal squids. Like they
They
have
eat
little tiny
those?
eyes, yeah, and they literally just see with sonar, bro. And they go like 2,000 feet down, not dig, but like swim down, and like
They
they're
swim down.
seeing with their fucking sonar, like looking for these giant squids, and they go up and eat them, bro.
And they just gulp them down too.
dude.
Like you can just be born as that animal and like be like 3 years old, and your mom's teaching you how to go down, use your sonar to eat these huge squids. Like in some abyss, like that's like holding your breath too, bro. Like it's just such a crazy fucking life. To
The ocean
imagine.
is scary, dude. What scares you more? What scares you guys more? Space or the ocean?
Ocean.
Bro.
Because at least in space, I know that I'm floating in vast nothingness. In the ocean, I don't know what's looking.
But you don't know that. We don't know that you're floating in. We don't know.
I would rather
bro.
be. I would rather be in space. To be honest.
Is I'm more comfortable getting looked at in space than I am just getting looked at in the ocean.
Yeah,
I think
if I
dying
see
in
a
space is way more painful.
It would be more painful, but I can't handle the ocean.
But the ocean, dude. But also,
because like imagine like you're
I'm imagining
2,000
being,
depths
like,
under and you're
floating
just
on the
stuck there.
ocean. I
Do you
guess.
okay? This is another thing I've been seeing a lot recently. People, instead of aliens watching us from space, people think that they're actually in the oceans.
No, they just like
Oh,
go
yeah,
down
definitely.
there and like make a little base
They'd
down
be
there.
chilling. I think they're in both, bro.
They could be
And
like
In
under the
in
dirt.
space,
which
like
is
in
low key scary because
ocean.
if they're in the
Antarctica.
ocean, bro, they already know more about our own planet than we do. If they're in the ocean, like deep where places that we can't go or we
yeah.
can't see, bro, they could be
Yeah, because we
doing
don't know
so, they
shit
could be
about Earth.
drilling. They could be drilling to our Earth's core right now and just planting something to blow us up. We don't even know about it.
Or they
probably
just
have some
take our core
insane
energy and use
technology.
it.
They probably just scanned like all the rocks on like all the planet, and they could just know like the complete all of the natural history and know all the fucking
Yeah.
dinosaurs that ever lived. They could just like scan and see all the fossils in perfect detail. I
Wait,
bet.
yeah, wait. I wonder if you can do that. Like, if you can just scan it, like you know how a tree has rings, and that's how you can tell how old it is.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be the same for Earth because Earth
I
is
bet
like
that-
Earth's
I bet
history
they
is
just
really
what the fuck
buried.
was that?
Exactly,
know.
bro.
I bet they scanned the whole Earth, like just the whole thing, and they're like, okay, this is
Yeah,
what they
probably
have.
perfectly 3D map to the molecule.
Do you think there's
Yeah.
a giant animal? Like, do you think we have discovered the biggest animal on Earth in the sea or like anything? Do you think we've
Dude,
discovered it, or do you think
Not
that's
yet.
something?
That's
I
a
don't feel
good
like
question,
yet.
bro. I feel like there's no way the blue whale is the biggest shit that ever lived.
I don't think
There's
either.
no
I
way.
feel
There's
like
gotta have been something else, bro. at
no,
some
no, like no.
point.
He's saying Peyton. He's saying something right now, like something
right
big
now?
that we haven't
I think
found.
we definitely. I think we have. Well, technically, bro, there's like some debate. Like, there's like some funguses that are huge. But like, I don't know if
Really?
you
Like
want to count
bigger
that.
than 60 feet? No, let's say
Oh,
like
like bigger
animals.
Blue
than,
Like
whale's 93
whales'
feet.
weight.
Because think of it in this sense, how our skin is the biggest organ on our body. Like they're like people are terming that as in like the biggest living creatures, like a big ass like field of fungus like on the bottom of the ocean.
let's bring it down to animals.
Animals.
So
No,
just
I
like
mean
the
if that
animal
fungus
kingdom,
is
yeah.
all connected though, then I would count it. If that fungus is 100% all connected, it's all one.
Yeah,
thing,
then I'd count it too.
That could be like a super intelligent being too.
that we don't even. Dude, that's the thing that like we.
And
What
it's like
happens if there's
spreading.
something more intelligent than us, but we just are like it's just completely different. Like we just don't.
We're
understand
ignoring it,
We don't
or like
understand
we're just
it.
ignoring it because we
We
don't
just
know it.
we think it's
Bruh.
dumb, but it's actually way smarter than us. You know what I mean?
Like that
Yeah.
fungus, it's like super long. It just keeps spreading and spreading and spreading.
A lot of animals, like big cats and like
Elephants.
Elephants are smart as shit. Elephants think humans are cute.
Smart as fuck.
Elephants
Well,
think
I don't
humans
think
are cute.
I don't think elephants are smarter than us. I
They're
don't
not
think
smarter
any
than
animal
us.
like that is smarter than us. I'm talking about like
I
micro.
wouldn't say smarter, yeah.
No,
It's like
no,
micro.
no animal that we know, like dolphins, all of them. They're not smarter than us.
I'll put it this way. So are we coining intelligence as the term of being able to create? And not life.
Yeah.
All animals can create life, but in the sense of like creating tools, creating technology, shit like that. Because
I'm talking about.
Here's the thing, bro. Because us as humans, we kind of cheat when we're describing our intelligence. Because we group in like all these creations that other humans have made, and like kind of
Yeah.
group that into our intelligence. You know, like like an individual human, bro. Like an individual human's mind against like a elephant and like a dolphin. They put just in like a black space room. Like they've just never experienced any life or anything outside of like that room. Like, and they were just like I don't know how to explain it, bro. Like I don't
I get what
like,
you're saying.
Because like we're like raised in like a society just talking to other humans and shit. And like
Well, we use information that other information's already been gathered for us.
exactly like all the information humans are talking is like from like someone else, you know? Like
Yeah, but why don't dolphins
and like
do
the
that?
good
then?
ideas just survive and like continue to get passed around.
So like in this sense, like I'm not Thomas Edison. I don't know how to make a light bulb, but I sure know how to change it. Like we just know brief snippets of everything else that like other people have studied and like gone into detail into and created, and we just know like the snippet of that.
Maybe we're not the smartest then. Maybe we're just the best at evolving.
Yeah, we're like the best at like sharing information. Like we're like a group creature. But I feel
Well,
like
I don't think
like
anything
a
that
dolphin's
We're definitely a
mind,
group
I feel like is
creature.
more powerful than mine.
I don't think a dolphin's mind is more powerful. I don't think that. I think.
but like I
I'm
feel like their
talking
state
about-
of consciousness, like their awareness and everything. Like, I feel like they're like
Bro,
like
I'm
to
talking
be a
about-
dolphin would feel like being more alive than a human. I Loki feel like.
I'm talking about like I'm not talking about like any dolphins or anything like that. I'm talking about species that we just blow off that like we think we're on the top of the food chain. What happens if there's a species like a fun guy that's just way smarter than us and it just allows us to think that? So
And it's waiting to hit.
no, it's not waiting to hit. They don't give a fuck what we do. They don't
No.
give a shit, dude. We're apes to them.
Yeah.
They do not. They're not. They don't
give
give a dude. That like they don't give a shit. They don't care. Like, oh, look at these stupid. Like, they're like, dude, what are these humans doing?
Like they'd be
Fucking
waiting
apes.
for us to do something. Like we'd be waiting for like fucking literally an ape to fucking figure out a fish or some shit.
Yeah,
Like just like these
exactly.
articles of like ape spearfishing. Like it'd just be like some blip in their news.
See,
Like,
that's
oh, these
another
fucking
thing. Like,
apes
Yeah.
fucking went to the moon. Oh, cool.
does our
Oh,
like
cool.
we can't like an alien comes over here, bro? They don't know how to use an iPhone. That alien is clearly not dumber than us. That alien's smarter.
No,
than us.
because it's just
Yeah,
different
dude.
technology.
So I'm thinking is there an animal that just lets us be on top of the food chain because it'd be easier than the fight with us?
Fuck. I'll unplug my headset.
Because we might be dumb, but humans, if humans wanted to, bro, we would wreck the whole world. You know what I mean? So would it just be better to just leave us unprovoked as a species and just let us do our thing, and then they're just being like, just staying
And
out
then
of
they
our
do
way?
their thing.
Because if there was a species that were smarter than us, you're telling me that we would rise up, we would try to fight them, we would kill
Oh,
them.
we wouldn't take that.
Mhm.
Yeah, we wouldn't take that.
It's human instinct. We fucking
It's a threat.
Find and conquer. Find and conquer.
If there's
It's
a
a threat to
dolphin
us.
sitting on my couch right now and it was smarter than me, I'm gonna stab it in the neck. Like, I'm just being dead ass, dude. If there's an animal that's not a human that's smarter than me, that scares me. I'm not gonna let that thing live. You know
Yeah,
what I
it's
mean?
a threat.
So,
Yeah.
Ooh.
As long as I could contain it.
You can't
It was
tame
like-
something
if it
that's
was
Well, you
like
smarter
couldn't
getting out
than
of
tame
you,
it
your
if it
though.
was smarter than
bro.
you.
What happens if it
Yeah,
tames
that's
us?
true.
What happens if it like, dude? That's the thing. What happens if there's something that tamed us?
Oh,
we
and
just
then
don't
we are
realize
the
it.
slaves.
Yeah. I feel like
Mm.
I
I feel like it's other humans that have done
dude,
that.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I could
Humans have
tell.
tamed us, bro.
There'll be other top humans trying to do
Yeah,
that
bro,
shit.
there's other humans that are smarter than us.
Dude,
Bro.
that's
If
why
there's
it's
any other
so
creature who's gonna
scary.
be able to dominate us, it's fucking other humans.
That's why it's like so
literally
scary.
humans.
Dude, but if
Whoa,
there
demons
was an
are scary.
alien and we found out, like, if aliens came and like, yeah, we've been watching you and like, Loki, you're just under our control. We can't do shit about it. We can do nothing about
Yep.
it. What are we
Nope.
gonna do, bro? We're gonna shoot them with our guns. Our guns
Shoot
probably mean
'em.
nothing to them.
Shoot them with our nukes. Yeah, what the fuck's a nuke gonna do against them?
You know what's crazy
Probably
about nukes
nothing.
is that UFO sightings actually went up when like the nuke was under development. Like when we started making
Yeah.
nuclear bombs, that's when UFOs like started popping up.
And now they're showing up everywhere as the world is in turmoil. Like there's
Yeah, they're doing it
UFOs all
everywhere.
the time.
Because why would you, dude? If I saw like an ape war, I would be watching that shit. I would be glued to that. That would be the #1 TV show on the fucking TV.
Bro,
True.
no, think about it.
True,
Like,
that would
this-
be a good fucking thing. To
Bro,
take
this
like
is
all the
like-
shit we have, shooting each other with guns and shit, it'd be fun.
I would love to watch apes shoot each other in a war.
Think about how
That's why Planet of the Apes is so big.
Think about how
Yeah.
much we treat it's like us as humans. There's a lot of people who are on the spectrum where they're like for violence, like they like it. There's just something like about them. But like a lot
On the
It's not even about
spectrum.
violence. It's just so interesting.
On the
observe it. We just observe violence. So think of it this way: like I saw this clip the other day where it's talking about like women try and relax, so they go and watch a murder documentary or something, or like a horror movie
Yeah.
to relax.
They love that
So
type
think
of
about
shit.
They love that,
For
though.
the aliens, they're thinking like, "Oh shit's getting real. We gotta watch this."
Okay, but also, dude, it's not even about violence. It's just, dude, it's just so interesting. I think the best thing that humans are at is gathering information. We just absorb information at such a fast rate. Like, dude, if I'm watching this monkey fight another monkey, dude, I'm not watching it. I'm watching the moves and stuff. Like, I'm studying. Like, I'm watching like what monkey has the upper hand. I'm not like, oh, monkey. Like, you know what I mean?
Monkey.
Bro,
Yeah, no.
dude, school's crazy, bro. We teach the most dumb shit to kids when they're like the most absorbent of information.
Dude,
Like imagine
kids,
if you like sat a 7-year-old down and just started teaching them how to like fix cars until they're like 13. Like they'd be so fucking smart at that shit.
but do you think that should be a thing? Like people you just get grouped like the Giver. You know, okay, I don't know if
That's
you
how
guys
it
remember
used
the
to
Giver
be,
how
bro.
the Giver went. The Giver was like so you just go through everybody goes through the same thing, and then at some age they take you off of like your test and they put you like you're a pilot now because you
See,
tested
bro,
better. Like would you
I
want
don't
that
like
or
that.
would
No,
you
I don't
want
like
free
that.
will?
No,
I don't like that. See,
So-
that's like where society's heading to too. is
No,
like
but
that
that's the
fucking,
thing. Like, why would you
adults.
teach a 7-year-old how to work on a car if then he
Because
turns out he
because
doesn't want to
it
fuck
used
a
to be a
car?
necessity. It used to be a necessity. Like the kid, like there wasn't enough money in the family, and the kid literally had to like fucking work to get food on their table.
Yeah, if that
Like, it
was
wasn't,
if
like,
that
a
was the
moral thing
case,
at
then
all,
that
like,
would
it was
make
just,
sense.
like-
But for everybody around the world, that wouldn't work.
It wouldn't
as
work
well.
in
Like, I
like the
swear-
modern days.
But yeah, exactly.
Because now you can
everyone
just
be
go to
so
Lex
concerned about
Schwab.
safety and shit.
'Cause there's, yeah.
True, yeah, bro. There's no demand for a kid to do any work.
There's not. Dude, also like
Mm-mm.
chimney sweepers. You know how they used to use like little 3-year-olds as like to put it down like chimneys and
Yeah.
sweep them and shit.
Dude,
Nowadays, you know how crazy
Another
that would be to put your little boy down a chimney.
no.
Bro,
All
I
right,
don't think
Jimmy,
I
go
should
down
do
there.
that.
You want to know what's crazy is I just seen this picture the other day of a Burger King that said, "Got a 15-year-old. We're looking to hire them."
What?
Yeah.
They're just looking for a
Dude,
15.
It's weird.
that's okay. A 15-year-old working at a Burger King.
No,
bro,
it's
that's
just the way they worded it.
No,
It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
they're
Do
looking
you
for a
have
15-year-old.
15-year-old? Do
Here's the
you?
thing,
Yeah.
The federal
He could be
age to
working there
work
at
is
12
16,
easy.
And if businesses are looking for hires so desperately that they're willing to break the law to hire
Good, bro.
younger, then it's like,
No, but that was directed at the parents. That wasn't directed at the. Are you 15? And you
Yeah,
wanna
that's
work here?
true.
That was
Yeah.
like, do
That's
you
kinda
have a
fucked.
15-year-old?
Dude, but low key, if like a parent gives consent for a 15-year-old to work, and the 15-year-old's down to work, and it's only the government and the business is down
weird.
to hire him, and the government's the only one stopping him, like that's when I start. Like,
But that's
especially if
but
there's
that
a
no.
necessity for him, and the government's starting to get in the way of
If
private
it's a
businesses,
necessity,
like,
yes.
that's
that's
like when
fine.
it starts. That's when the government like getting in. The
Actually,
way.
I can actually talk about this because my cousin, I'm not gonna name him. I mean, I don't think he cares, but like, dude, his mom let it. Like, he thought it was such a good idea to work a shit ton. He was working 5 to 5 every day, bro, in a factory.
Jeez.
This kid was like 16, 15 when this was happening. He was still in
Mhm.
school, bro. If you're in school and you don't
Jeez.
need it and you're working 5 to 5, that's just gonna put you behind, or you know what I mean? Like, that's like, as a 15-year-old boy, you hear I'm about to get paid $1,000, dude, when I'm 15.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why, like, age is kind of like, you know what I mean? Like, we're not gonna let a 15-year-old vote. I just like it just because they like their minds are not developed. So
The
like,
brain hasn't developed.
you know how many people would like be like, all right, you can work at the
Because-
age of 10. A bunch of 10-year-olds would start working to get money.
Dude, Loki, the problem with like having the age to vote being lower, it's Loki not even like how developed the minds are or anything, or like any of that shit. It's like it's how the politicians would start to target like kids. Like you can't have fucking. Then you'd have like politicians really targeting kids in schools and shit, and like that'd just be fucking crazy.
That'd be crazy. That'd be weird. Yeah.
Politicians
just
are
wanna
nuts.
Politicians are crazy, man.
What time did we start this at, Joseph?
I think we are gonna call it.
I think it's been a good podcast.
I think it's been a good one. I think that was
Interesting
perfect.
topics, pretty mind intriguing, makes you really think.
Makes you really think with your brain, man.
First podcast, Peyton joined us
See,
midway
Peyton
through. That was
joined us.
fantastic. Peyton added
How
really
long was that
another
shit?
perspective.
That was 51 minutes and 33 seconds.
That's a good podcast. All right, well,
thanks for
It
sharing, guys. I appreciate it.
was fun.
All right. That was fun.
thank you,
GG's.
Peyton, for joining us. That was fantastic. And he had like a tablet just balancing on his nub like this.